All right, family, we back. We back. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. All right, we're going to start all over. We're going to start all over. All right, we're going to start all over. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Peace, peace, peace. We starting all over. We starting all over. All right, we should be good now. We should be good now. All right, make sure you share. Make sure you share. While you're doing that, make sure you get your car contracts. All right, make sure you get your car contracts. All right, please share. Please share. If you care, share. If you care, share. All right. If you care, share. Share. Share to somebody you know that's paying a car note. Share to somebody that you know has had a repo. Okay? Share. Share. Okay? Share. Peace and love to everybody that's in. Okay? Peace and love to the readers. Peace and love to the non-readers. Okay? This live is basically geared to car contracts. I was supposed to do this on Instagram, but I was banned a couple days ago. Okay, so now I'm doing it now. We're also on TikTok. All right, so peace and love to everybody that's following on TikTok. All right, peace and love, peace and love. A lot of followers. All right, I love every last one of you that's pushing the information. Okay, please don't just follow just to laugh. Okay, I'm gonna try to be as entertaining as possible, family. But you gotta remember, you gotta come and get this information. All right, it's all fun and the game, ha ha he he. But it's like you know you don't like working. I hated working. Nobody need to tell me how great they love their job, okay? That's fine and dandy. But if you won't do your job for free, you don't love your job. I'm gonna say it again. If you wouldn't do your job for free, you don't love your job, meaning your whole life is basically geared behind of what you don't want to do, and you've learned to love that. Okay? I had to learn to love my job because in my mind I felt like, yo, this all I got. Is he got a job or a trap or, you know what I'm saying? Like those, and all those are wrong answers. Okay? All right, all those is wrong answers. Somebody said, get on with George Skillman. Get your contract for me, family. I'm just trying to buy some time so we can get everybody's contracts out, okay? You can't rush this information, family. All right? Everybody that is following, that is watching, please grab your car contract so you don't think I'm a liar. There's a lot of people running around saying this stuff isn't real. There's a lot of people running around saying don't believe these guys. They just want to take your money. What we're about to do is free. Okay? Yes, car contracts. Yes, car contracts. Yes, please share. Please share. Okay? Now, this is my car contract from back in 2016. Okay? If you have your car contract available, please comment 8. Please comment 8. Please comment 8. Please comment 8. If you have your car contract, please comment 8. All right. Appreciate y'all for following along. Appreciate y'all for following along. Y'all remember those people that used to be in school? And I was one of those folks. You know, those people that didn't really follow along. Did y'all notice, like, in school, teachers literally told us the answers, and all you had to do was follow along, and it led you to the damn answer. Literally. So I was one of those people that wasn't following along. And then on test day, you start cramming, hey, man, what's answer number 8? All right, so literally, if you have your car contract, your life is going to be changed tonight. Okay? Not tonight, but tonight. All right? Tonight. All right? If you don't have a car contract, just follow along. Okay? If you don't have a car contract, just follow along. If you know your mom is paying the car note, give her something for Mother's Day, family. Give her something that she can use. Not no cliche ass flowers and a box of chocolates and taking her to Red Lobster or Olive Garden. Give her some real information. Okay? All right? All right, let's read. Okay? So, at the top, my contract is from Santander. Okay? This contract is from Santander. All right? Let's read. So it literally says at the top, you, the buyer, and co-buyer, if any, may buy the vehicle before, it says may buy the vehicle below for cash or on credit. I'm going to say it again. It says the buyer may buy the vehicle below for cash or credit. Or credit. It don't say cash and credit. Like, goddamn, you gonna take my my cash and my credit? Sheesh. Let's start there. Why FBJ? Dang, I forgot. I don't know how to say his name. No disrespect. Y'all even the bro that be like, let's start there. That's what we need to start on the contracts. Let's start there. YFBJ Main. Yeah, J Main. Okay. But yeah, so it says either I can buy it on cash or credit. Okay. FYB Main. Okay, my bad. Tag the brother if y'all know it's tag at. Okay, but let's start there. All right, so it says the buyer may purchase it on cash or credit. Please comment the number 2 if you put a down payment on your vehicle. They ain't gonna say exactly what mine is. You're gonna have to read your contract. You gotta find it. I'm reading the very top of my contract. All right. So if you put a down payment down for your vehicle, please comment the number 2. All right. Somebody put 7 bands down. Okay. All right. Somebody said Santana about to run me my money. Yeah, it sound good, my family. It sound good. But it's like, you got to know what's going on. They ain't no chumps. They ain't no chumps. All right? Somebody put 15 bands down. Okay? All right, now let's read. Remember, our contract says you can either pay it for cash or credit. But wait a minute, y'all ran my credit because you asked me for my social, and that's the combination to my treasury account. And I gave you cash. So wait a minute, I gave you an application that was worth the equivalent of cash, and I gave you cash. I'm going to say it again. I gave you an application that's equivalent to a cash offer, and I also gave you a down payment. What person in their right mind that read the contract would agree to those terms? Sound like somebody that didn't read it would agree to those terms. So whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Okay? Some people comment saying, well, just tell us the answer. Man, what's going on? What do you mean? I'm telling you the answer. The answer is right here. The answer is right here. You got to get your car contract. Now, let's say I don't have my car contract. How can I get my car contract? You can say this verbatim. Call the bank, okay, that you quote unquote owe, all right, and hit them with this line here. Hello. Yes, I know I'm behind on payment. I just came into some money and I want to go ahead and pay my car off. Is there any way you can send me or email me or mail me a copy of my contract and a payoff sheet? HH Motors SMD says, we're not talking about nothing. This is bullshit, y'all. Y'all gotta remember, it's gonna be them, y'all know in the Matrix, them people that's like geared to make us go left. I literally said, get your contract so you don't think I'm lying. It's I know he don't know no better, but I would just be like, yeah, wait, this is free. Go home, Roger. Yes. All right. So Peep it. It says either cash or credit. Think about it. Think about it. Just pay attention, y'all. Just pay attention. I know people getting beat up in the comments. I know he didn't know no better. All right, don't beat him up. Don't beat him up. All right, let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. All right. It says either you can purchase below for cash or credit. Meaning if I gave you a down payment, that means that car is worth the cash down payment. Now, who in a right mind is going to take $3,000 down as a whole amount for a vehicle? They're not, family. They're not, family. That's why you're going to get your down payment back. Because you got to put them in either this or that situation. You don't call them and say, give me my money. No. Hey, it says here in my contract that the buyer may purchase below for cash or on credit. And it says by signing this contract, you choose to buy the vehicle on credit. Because if I was to pay cash, I would have my title. So how did I give you cash and that's what I'm starting a conversation with, family. It's not about knowing codes. Okay? Forget knowing codes. All right? You got to know what you sign. And if you don't like what you sign, guess what you can do? Anybody been following along? What can I do if I see something that I don't like in the contract? What can I do? I can redress the contract. I can amend the contract. If you don't know what those words are, please Google it. It's free. It's free. It's free. All right, so let's keep reading. So again, we haven't said no codes, have we? We ain't said no codes. All we did was use their first line against them. Hey, it says that I can either pay for cash or on credit. But I gave y'all a down payment. So, which one is it? You know, they're going to try to fight and say, well, sir, you had to put that down payment because your credit wasn't that high. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me if my credit was higher, I wouldn't have had to put a down payment down? That sounds like discrimination to me. That sounds like discrimination to me. Of course, please don't take any legal advice. This is not legal advice. Okay, we're just asking great questions. We're just asking great questions. All right? So again, does it say in the contract that you will be based off your credit score? Do it say that on the contract? You don't see that nowhere in the contract, do you? Not at all. Nowhere, not nowhere. You know why? Because you can't put that in no contract. You know why you don't see that? Because you can't put that in a contract. Y'all know the old saying, if you want to hide something, put it in a book. What if that was really like something positive? You know how we look at it as negative? If you want to hide something, put it in the book. Well, hell, they just told you the stuff is hidden in plain sight. Just go read. It's getting so bad, they, quote unquote, hide stuff right in front of us. And all we got to do is read. Okay? So again, I don't have to agree to these terms. Do you not know the terms they give me? I can take them home and read them. Y'all know how many of us don't even, like, we just ready to get that call now. They like, here's your contract. You can look over this. And then they flip the page over. You just need your sign right here. They didn't say do that immediately. We just in there like, like pick your damn head up. We look at, why I sign it? Why I sign it? Okay? Literally, this is free. It starts with your contract. Somebody said the contract is long. Well, it ain't long. It ain't too long not to get your money back. Okay? It ain't too long not to get your money back. And to never have to pay a car note again, though. It ain't that long. Okay, let's keep reading. All right, so it says, by signing this contract, you choose to buy the vehicle on credit. On the agreement on the front and back of this contract, you agree to pay the seller, creditor, sometimes we or us in the contract, the amount financed and finance charge in U.S. funds. What are U.S. funds? Let's talk about it. Can somebody give me an example of a U.S. fund? Can somebody Google? Can somebody drop the definition of U.S. funds in the comments? We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. Can somebody do that for us? Somebody do that for us? Did y'all know bills of exchange is U.S. funds? Federal Reserve notes are U.S. funds too. Yeah. Promissory notes are U.S. funds. Negotiable instruments are U.S. funds. Meaning they said, hey, you could pay us in U.S. funds. So you have to know how to articulate that, family. You got to know what lawful money is. You got to know what legal tender is. This stuff, all this stuff I'm saying is Googleable for free. Okay? This whole people saying, well, you can only pay in gold and silver. All right, I understand that, family, but our assets are backed by the people, family. Okay, people aren't backed by gold. I'm gonna say it again. People aren't backed by gold. Gold is backed by the people. Okay? So a negotiable instrument is U.S. funds. All right? Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Because they're telling us everything. There's no need for a code yet. All right. All right, so it says, in U.S. funds, according to the payment schedule below, as explained in Section 1, on the back, the truth in lending disclosures below are part of this contract. All right, so let's talk about truth in lending disclosures. Let's talk about truth in lending disclosures. Let's talk about it. What is truth in lending? 1 second, family. I want y'all to die on this. All right. What is truth in lending? How many of us entered the contract and didn't know what truth in lending meant? Y'all, class is in session right now. If they literally just said truth in lending disclosures are connected to this contract. Yes, Title 15 is truth in lending. Y'all remember that the code that I said, that I read, where it literally says that once a consumer prepays in full, not repay, prepays in full. Y'all, that is 15 USC 1615. 15 USC 1615. 15 USC 1615. Tiller, truth in lending. Damn, Congress. Who was lying so much that Congress had to make a whole act called truth in lending? You know, a lot of us aren't deep thinkers, y'all. Like, a lot of us are not deep thinkers at all. All right? Meaning this information is going to go over a lot of y'all's heads. All right? Do I care? Yes. But a side of me really doesn't. Okay? Because this is only for those that can really listen and follow along. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Okay? 15 USC 1615. All right, talks about after a consumer prepays in full on any consumer credit transaction, Okay? The creditor shall pay the consumer in full. And it also says at the bottom, the only time there's not a refund is if the consumer pays less than $1. And I thought that part was so hilarious because I'm like, Congress, you know we ain't got no bills that's less than $1. And it's like a light bulb popped in my head like, duh. So what do you think I'm trying to tell you, consumer? Anything you pay over $1 is supposed to come back to you. Why? Because you weren't ever supposed to pay nothing. It was paid on credit. You paid cash. So 15 USC 1615. Okay, and it's not just about cars, y'all. We're just talking about cars right now. This is also with your mortgage. This is also with your utility bill. This is with all consumer credit transaction. What is a consumer credit transaction? Any transaction that includes your Social Security credit number. Simple. This stuff is simple. Folks try to make it rocket science. It's not. It's simple. Anytime you gave some corporation on an application your Social Security, that was a consumer credit transaction. Okay? Somebody said it's not supposed to be a finance charge. Well, I disagree with you because the finance charge, 15 USC 1605, talks about the sum of all charges shall be the finance charge. So I want the finance charge to include because I'm looking at it as reverse. The finance charge isn't what I owe them, it's what they owe me. That's why I literally, I ain't got to that part because it cut off on our last slide, but I'm going to get to the part where it says after you pay in full, they're supposed to give you a rebate. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me after I pay off my car, you're going to give me a rebate of whatever the APR rate is? Like, wait a minute. That's not how I thought this was. I thought the APR rate was the amount of interest I was going to have to pay the banks back. Because that's what all the finance gurus told me. They told me to pay my car back a couple of days before the due date so I can boost my credit score, so I can have low APR rates. And it says here, you're supposed to pay me the rebate, and it cannot exceed the APR rate. So you mean to tell me the whole amount of the contract plus the 22.67%, that's my contract. You mean to tell me y'all supposed to pay me 22% for utilizing my credit? That let you know it wasn't about the car. The car was just a throw-in. You would have never went through that establishment if they didn't have that car, right? So they had to give you something that, we have a car for you, but it's really for a credit sale. We need access to your credit. Okay? Y'all, we're the brokest, wealthiest people ever. Some people on here right now, you probably said this line today. Man, I ain't got it, man. I'm broke as hell right now. You probably told yourself that today. Whole time you a damn millionaire. No, it's not. You can go to the damn ATM and pull this off. No. Every time you go to a corporation and provide an application, you're giving U.S. funds. We're the brokest, wealthiest people ever. Imagine being so wealthy you don't even care to read your contract. God. You like, I got it. I don't need to read it. Damn. Damn. Okay, let's keep reading. All right. So it says, I'm reading down. I'm at the box where it talks about the APR rate. Y'all know the 5 boxes at the top of your car contract. All right. Comment 4 if you're following along. Comment 4 if you're following along. Okay. Comment 4 if you're following along. Comment 4 if you're following along. Okay, we at the 5 boxes. At the top of that box, what do it say? Let me see who's following along. Who's following along? Who's following along? I'm about to give a free ticket out. Who's following along? What does the top of that box say? First one to comment, get a free class for May 12th. First one to comment, get a free class. What do it say? At the top of the box. First person that answers. At the top of the... Well, it got to 5 about truth and... Okay, I got Bulletproof Soul _ X33. Bulletproof Soul. What is this on Instagram? Oh, okay, it's on Instagram. DM me, family. Comment, hashtag winner. DM me, hashtag winner. DM me, hashtag winner. Okay. All right, my assistants don't come back to work until Monday, so we're not going to get to the DM until Monday. But DM me, winner, and I'm going to give you a free ticket to my May 12th online class breaking this information down. All right, so at the top of the box, we're talking. It has the 5 boxes. It says federal truth in lending disclosures. Let's read. It says annual percentage rate. Remember, before we read this, how many of us thought the APR rate was what we were supposed to pay back to the banks? Comment 5 if that's what you had believed. Comment 5 if that's what you believed. Comment 5 if that's what you believed. That the APR rate was money that you had to pay back to the banks. Comment 5. Okay. All right. It's a lot of folks. Right? Because we're all uninformed. That's the problem, y'all. Inflation really shouldn't bother us. High amounts of items shouldn't bother us. You know, gas prices spiking shouldn't bother us. Things like that only bother the uninformed. Okay? And again, majority of us are uninformed. Majority of us are paying banks back. Why? Because majority of us are not reading our contracts. That is the #1 problem. If I was a president, I was like, yo, that is the #1 problem in the U.S. The people do not read their contracts and they enter them. And then they complain about the economy. Okay? So let's read. It says annual percentage rate. This is what the annual percentage rate is. Not what you thought it was, because even what we thought it was, we never even read that nowhere. Who the hell told us the APR rate was what we spoke? Where in what law says that? Because in 15 USC 16, what is it? Talks about how is it 12 USC 1431? 12 USC 1431. 12 USC 1431 talks about how the banks are the ones that pay interest. The banks are the ones that pay interest. If you don't believe me, go look it up. 12 USC 1431. 12 USC 1431, powers and duties of the banks. It's free. It's free. Okay? Now let's read. Now, if 12 USC 1431, powers and duties of the banks, says that the banks are to borrow and to pay interest, now we know that. Now we're going to read the contract, not off the uninformed thoughts we had. That's making us go work a job to go pay back banks when ain't no law said that. We're voluntarily doing this, and we blaming it on the banks. We're insane, y'all. We so damn sick. Okay, folks out here voting, talking about Democrat, Republican. None of that stuff matters if you ain't reading your damn contract. It don't matter who you damn vote for. Okay, so let's keep reading. All right, so it says annual percentage rate. It says this. Annual percentage rate, the cost of your credit as a yearly rate. Pause. But read it again. It says the cost of your credit. Pause. Wait a minute. What do you mean the cost of my credit? Do y'all not see that in y'all first box? Do y'all read something different? Because I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. It says the cost of your credit. And how much do it say the cost of your credit is? Some of y'all put y'all APR rates down. Mine's is 22.87. 7%, okay. That means they got to pay you 7% back of that a contract once it's all done. Somebody got 2369, meaning after you prepaid in full, meaning you did your administrative process, all right, they're supposed to pay you back 23.69% of the contract. So you do 25.99% times the total amount of the contract. That's how much they owe you. I know it sounds crazy as hell. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. We're reading our contracts. Right now we're reading our contracts. We're reading the little boxes at the top of our car contract. It got the 5 boxes. It starts with federal truth and lending disclosures. The first box says annual percentage rate, and it reads the cost of your credit as a yearly rate, meaning every year they got to pay you 22. So I apologize. I just mixed y'all up. My apologies. Every year they have to pay you your APR rate. So how many of y'all done had the car for 4 years? 5 years. You were supposed to get your APR rate 5 times. But we're going to get to the part of why haven't you got it. We're going to read why you haven't got it. Because there's a reason, family. They're not stealing from you. They're not stealing from us. Okay? All right. Let's look at it. All right. So it says, next bar, it says finance charge. The dollar amount the credit will cost you. Follow along. It says finance charge. The dollar amount the credit will cost you. Okay, now they're saying, okay, it's going to cost us. But follow along because it gets tricky. Follow along. The next box says amount financed, the amount of credit provided to you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me read that again. Annual percentage rate says the cost of my credit. Then it says the finance charge is the dollar amount the credit will cost me. And then the next box, it says the amount of credit provided to you or on your behalf. And if y'all look at y'all contracts, I bet that number is bigger than the finance charge number. Please comment yes if your amount financed is higher than your finance charge. I already know. That's why I say pull your contracts out so you can follow along. I'm not even looking at y'all contracts. Do y'all really think our contracts are that different? Y'all know how people are running around looking for templates to get remedy? Do y'all not know there are templates to contracts? And all banks use basically the same damn templates. All right. So remember, one box of the finance charge said the dollar amount the credit will cost you. And then the next box it says amount financed, the amount of credit provided to you or on your behalf. That amount is higher than the box we just read before. So you mean to tell me, okay, it was going to cost me this, but on my behalf was more. So I shouldn't be paying anything. Let's keep reading. All right. So it says total of payments. All right, the amount you will have paid after you have made all payments as scheduled. All right, so it says, the last one says total sale price. The total cost of your purchase on credit, including your down payment. Now, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. You just said, oh, wait, let me read that again. Follow along. It says it says total sale price. The total cost of your purchase on credit. So I already bought it on credit. Then it says, including your down payment. What did we give them as a down payment, y'all? Cash. Did y'all know we can give them a down payment as a tender of payment? But we chose to give them FRNs. They didn't even tell us how we were supposed to pay. They were just like, hey, we need a down payment. Cash or equivalent. Cash or equivalent. Yeah, you gave them $8,000 and you gave them your credit application that was worth the contract. All right, so remember, they gave this to you. You could have went home and read it and said, hey, wait a minute. And came back to them and said, hey, I got some things in the contract that I want to change. There were some terms that I have in the more updated terms. Here's my terms. Counter offer. But our negotiation skills are so trash. Why? Because we don't know anything about business. All we know is to take as is. All we know is those, oh my God, this is a blessing. I got a car for my kids. Yeah, it might look good now, but what having that car and stressing about the bill was going to do way more damage than you even having a car. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep reading. All right. So they already let you know that your credit paid for this car already. Now, you can literally come back to them and let them know, hey, I seen here that I purchased this on credit, but I also gave y'all cash. Because in that box, do it say cash, y'all? Let's all look at that together. That last box in the finance charge, it says total sale price. Does it say cash down payment? Mine don't. But what did we give them? We gave them cash. So did they lie to us? Really think about that. Did they say you had to give them $8,000 in cash? Yeah, the rep probably did, but did the contract that you posted took home and read, did it say that? Yes, the 12th class is on Zoom. Okay. Who said they lied? Alicia Baby 777. Who lied? How can you lie to somebody when you gave it to them and they went and signed it? How can you say you lied to them? That sounds like a child that entered the contract. One thing you're not going to see nothing in no contract is credit score. All right. And in that box right there where it talks about finance, truth and lending disclosure, that's in those brackets. All right. It talks about how the down payment you put down, but it just says $1,000. It don't say how it, cash. So how do I know that they didn't roll over the down payment inside of my finance charge and pocketed my down payment? What y'all think they do with those down payments? Okay. What do y'all think they do with those down payments? Okay. Yeah. What y'all think they do with those down payments? You paid $8,000, you paid $10,000 on a vehicle, on something that your credit already purchased because it said nothing about your credit score. Well, we don't know that articulation. No, we go on in there like, oh my gosh, how much are my monthly payments going to be? Oh, I make this much. Just thinking like a debtor, just in there uninformed, just in there like a kid. And what they ask is, are you over 18? We be like, yeah. Yeah, I'm over the age of 18. I can enter the contract. But do you understand the age of majority is the age of 18 or having the capacity to contract? So if you're entering a contract and you're not reading the contract and you're claiming to be an adult and you're causing harm to the account, family, that's like a crime. All right, you're defrauding the system. You're entering contracts, okay, like you're breaching. Where do you think repos come from? Evictions come from. You're breaching the contract. Yeah, they said you can pay in cash, but there was another way you could have paid. Yeah, I think it is a crime entering a contract and not damn reading it. Y'all know how many people will be locked up right now? Y'all know how many people be locked up? Right? So let's keep reading. All right, so let me jump down. All right, so I'm over to the insurance part. All right, I'm over here over to the insurance. All right, so it says, it talks about the payments. It says, if payments is not received in full within 10 days after it is due, you will pay a late charge of 5% of the part of the payment that is late, whichever is greater. Prepayment, prepayment, if you pay off all your debts early, you will not have to pay a penalty. Security interest. You are giving a security interest in the vehicle being purchased. What is the security interest? If I have a security interest in this property, why am I paying cash monthly? You know why? Because I don't know my rights. I don't really know what's going on. I work 3 jobs. You know, I'm hustling. I'm doing all I can. You know, I'm doing the best I can. You know, I didn't have this when I was growing up. I didn't have that when I was growing up. You know, so I don't got time to read my contracts. I got to get this money. I got to get this cash. You know, my baby's got to eat. Whole time there's a Food Stamp Act. And before you laugh, okay? Before you laugh, did you know that every consumer has the right to eat? Okay? Meaning, if you make a lot of income, you don't get free food, because why would they give a person that's making income free food? Why would we reward the uninformed? Why would we reward the uninformed? You come into the food stamp and telling them, I make 20,000, I make da-da-da-da-da. You're not supposed to be making nothing. You're supposed to be making revenue, investor. You tell them how much you get paid, and you run around, I make too much for food stamps. You sound crazy as hell. You sound crazy as hell. We're not supposed to make income. Banks make income. All right, so let's keep reading. They already said we have a security interest. All right, so it says you are giving a security interest in the vehicle being purchased. Additional information. See this contract for more information, including information about non-payment, default, any requirement, repayment in full before the scheduled date, and security interest. Okay, let me read it right here. It says insurance. You may buy the physical damage insurance this contract requires, CBAC, from anyone you choose, subject to our approval of your choice, as the law allows. You are not required to buy any other insurance to obtain credit. Let's keep reading. Okay. All right, so it says, if any insurance is checked below, policies or certificates from the named insurance companies will describe the terms and conditions. Check the insurance you want and sign below. So you mean tell me I'm supposed to choose my insurance and let y'all know to add it to the finance charge because I'm not supposed to be paying insurance? That insurance is for y'all. Y'all meaning the bank. Why? Because banks can't own property, family. Okay? So they need insurance. Okay? They need insurance because they can't own property. They have to have somebody to allow them to have access. And that is us, the investors. Hey, I like your Ford dealership. Hey, I like that truck out there. Hey, here's my credit application. Hey, Cadillac, I like that car over there. Hey, here's my application. We're the investors, y'all. They don't invest in us. We invest in them. Okay? All right, let's keep reading. All right, so it says, where was I at? Okay, so it says credit life insurance and credit disability insurance are not required to obtain credit. Your decision to buy or not to buy credit life insurance and credit disability. Pause. You mean to tell me I got life insurance? Y'all know how many life insurance companies are out there? That's why I be trying to tell people. Y'all know how many companies are created from the ignorance of the people? You can literally make 100 jobs from the lack of somebody's information. It says here, I got credit life. I got life insurance. I can add life insurance into my contract if I choose to. Now, if I ain't read the damn contract, am I going to choose to add it? No, I'm not. You know what I just did? Waived all my damn rights because I want to get these keys and tell everybody God is good. That is not of God. Okay, God's children are not debtors. All right? God's children are not debtors. God's children are wealthy. All right? And you ain't going to make my God look bad by keep taking these funky ass pictures of your damn keys to your new spot talking about how great God is, and then you be up out of there 3 months later. God did not do that. Okay? That was not of God. That was from your lower self that was in desperation mode. All right? You was in survival mode. And sometimes an old head told me, never feed a starving lion. Never feed a starving lion. You went in there like a starving lion, eating anything, eating anything. Okay, so that lets you know. It says mine say that. I don't know what y'all say. Mine say I could have added life insurance with mine. Okay, all right. So let me keep reading. What else does it say in here? Damn, we're learning so much for free. Wow, all we gotta do is read our contracts. Wow, that's free. So easy, a caveman can do it. All right, let's read. All right, so it says, your decision to buy or not to buy credit life insurance and credit disability insurance will not be a factor in the credit approval process. They will not be provided unless you sign and agree to pay the extra cost. What? Me tell all I gotta do is agree to pay and then say, hey, add it to the finance chart. They're telling us. But we don't know how to put two and two together. We see this itty bitty ass writing, like, well, man, I can't read that. I ain't about to waste my time. And they know it. They know it. You ain't got time to read. You ain't got time to read. Peasants ain't got time to read. Peasants only know A to B. Oh, I gotta think about today. I gotta think about the day. Tomorrow not promised. Yes, it is. You gonna wake up tomorrow. And let's make a bet right now. Everybody that's on this live, you gonna wake up tomorrow. All right? And I'm gonna do another live and say, we got all the people that was in it. Today was promised. Okay? We gotta stop thinking like stuff is like, oh man, this is my last day. We gotta take what up. Man, that's the problem. And then we die and come back to the same level. We come back to the same level. Let's keep reading. All right, so it says, and yes, this is definitely tiny as hell. All right, but this is what we gotta do. All right, I'm not gonna let that stop me from knowing the ins and outs of the contract. All right, it says, they will not be provided unless you sign and agree to pay the extra cost. If you choose the insurance, the cost is shown in item 4A of the itemization of amount finance. Credit life insurance is based on your original payment schedule. This insurance may not pay all you owe on this contract. If you make late payments, credit disability insurance does not cover any increase in your payment or in the number of payments. Covering for credit life insurance and credit disability insurance ends on the original due date of the last payment unless a different term to be insured is shown below. And they're telling us we can choose the terms. All right, let's keep reading. Yeah, it's probably called track because we're conning ourselves. Yeah. So instead of the banks conning us, we're conning ourselves by not reading the damn paper. And I'm going to tell you what it say at the bottom. And that let me know I'm the problem. It's not the banks. They gave me this, and I could have went home and read it, but I feel like I didn't have time to because I wanted that car today. All right? So let's keep reading. All right. Return check. Okay. It says agreement to arbitrate. By signing below, you agree that pursuant to the arbitration provision on this reverse side of this contract, you or we may elect to resolve any dispute by neutral, binding arbitration and not by a court action. See the arbitration provision for additional information concerning the agreement to arbitrate. Meaning, so if they're saying like, hey, if you have any disagreements, come to us first and let us know. Give us notice. Let us know. All right, that's why I tell all my students, like literally, first letter, second letter, third letter, you know, it's your first notice. Your opportunity to cure, default judgment. All right, the whole purpose of giving notice is so you can exercise your, exhaust your resources. So you can, if you ever go to court, you can say, hey, I've tried to reach out to them. Okay. All right, they're not listening to me, okay, and I'm being violated out here. All right, I'm being violated. And the only way the courts know that you're being violated is by what? Coming forth and filing a claim. All right, of course you want to know what arbitration is because arbitration, you could get remedy in arbitration. Now, does it say if you sign this arbitration act, it means it waives that you can go to court? No, it does not. Meaning, if I go to arbitration and because arbitration isn't not no loss. Arbitration is about coming to an agreement. If we don't come to agreement, I can still take you to court. So I don't know who's telling y'all, if you go to arbitration, that means it waives your, no, the hell it doesn't. That just means y'all didn't come to an agreement privately. So now we need a court to rule. That's it. Okay? Now, how can you get more information on arbitration? There's the AAA. You got the American Arbitration Association, I believe, .com. Literally takes you step by step, okay, how to enter arbitration. Literally, they started for you. That's free. AAA. Y'all look it up. Okay, it's the American Arbitration Association. I think I'm saying that right. All right, let's keep reading. Damn, this is so small. All right, so it says the annual percentage rate may be negotiated with seller. The annual percentage rate may be negotiated with seller. The seller may assign this contract and retain his rights to receive a part of the finance charge. It says how this contract can be changed. They done gave us our remedy. That's how I knew it's not them, it's us. Okay, it's not them, it's because it's right here. It's about to tell us how we can change the damn contract. Y'all know how many people sit around, well, how do we amend the contract? How do we change it? Can you just tell us how? Go read your damn contract. It tells you how. Goofy, it tells you how. The same paper that you didn't read is the same key that's going to get you out of debt. Let's read. It says how this contract can be changed. This contract contains the entire agreement between you and us. Referring to this contract, any change to this contract must be in writing. It says, and we must sign it. And it says no oral changes are binding, meaning get your ass off the phone. Stop trying to tell them how fraudulent shit is, how that's not fair. Well, if it's not fair, adult, why haven't you read the contract and sent it in writing? Like, what are we doing? That's why they're winning in court. They're only using one exhibit to beat people. It's the damn contract. They literally say, well, Your Honor, they signed the contract, Your Honor. I mean, what are we doing? They never amended the contract. Like, what are we doing, Your Honor? We have an agreement here that's saying that they're going to pay every month. They haven't made a payment. Did they say cash payment? Man, they be stepping on people, y'all. And it's not the fact of people trying to get, well, man, so I lost my case because listen to you. Well, why the hell you didn't know what was going on? You gonna blame it on me? You gonna blame it on me? That's what you're gonna do? Blame it all on me? Sound like a child. Okay? That's what kids do. All right? You the one that went in court, felt like you knew it all because you seen one class. And you felt like it was easy. And they got you out of there and they hit you with keywords like, hey, he hasn't made a payment. And you going in there talking about, well, the United States pays my debt. What does that got to do with your performance, sir? Ma'am? What does that have to do with your performance, ma'am? Sir? That's why the judge asked, Mrs. Williams, did you pay or not? Folks in there saying, well, I don't have to pay because it's did you pay or not. Pay also means perform. Because if you performed, you should have your proof of performance. What is my proof of performance? That I've been trying to tender this payment and they have been ignoring me. I tried to tender the payment and they have been ignoring me. Okay? So let's keep reading. They already said how we can change this contract. Remember, so how do I go get my down payment back? Anybody want to take a wild guess for free? Anybody want to take a free wild guess? What are some ways I could go? Just reading from what we've read. What are some things I can do to go get my down payment back? Because clearly they said, hey, man, if you see any issues with this contract, send it in writing. But the only way to see an issue if you damn read the contract. Because if you don't read it and just sign it, there was no issues. What's the crime? I came in your house and stole everything, but you didn't call 911. What is the crime? Y'all know how many people sue people and don't add the damages? Imagine suing somebody and they say case motion to dismiss for lack of damages. Yeah, I smacked you, but where are the damages? Where were your damages? You said a bunch of conclusions. You didn't say no damages. Okay? All right. So it says, how this contract can be changed. It can be changed in writing. No oral change or binding. Buyer signs. Boom. It says, if any part of this contract is not valid, all other parts stay valid. We may delay or refrain from enforcing any of or our rights under this contract without losing them. For example, you authorize us to obtain information about you or the vehicle you are buying from the state motor vehicle department or other motor vehicle registration authorities. See back for other important agreements. So we gave them permission to, hey, yeah, run on down to the DMV. Yeah, run on down into the registration. Yeah, you can get you can make sales. Go make some money. All right. So, Instagram. Which one is this? This is Instagram. Instagram, we got 50 seconds left. I'm going to do a part 2. TikTok, stay with me. All right, I'm going to do a part 2. Car contracts. All right. I'm about to end this live on Instagram and I'm going to do a part 2, family.